right, so part two. This morning I did a video about how forgiveness will set you free. And so I did that video so quickly that I definitely wanted to do it in multiple parts. This is going to be part two. All right. As you're hopping on, say, hey girl, hey. Let me know where you are watching from. And I have my notes ready. Let me make sure. Okay. It's just going to be all right. All right. So this morning I did a video. Make sure you catch part one. We were talking about being able to, or the feeling of forgiving someone and maybe some reasons why you have not been able to forgive someone, multiple people, yourself, whatever that is, right? So my name is AngelBarnette. On my channel, we talk about happiness. We talk about things that bring you happiness, things that may be stopping you from happiness to get you there. Things that you need to change to bring more happiness into your life. All about happiness. This channel is all about happiness. So if you're looking to bring more happiness into your life, continue watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, and all of that. I am also a light worker. So what I do is I help you to increase your light, right? So whatever vibration that you are at, I'm here to help you to increase your vibration into changing out any negative vibrations that you have, any negative energy that you may be experiencing or having, or wherever you are kind of staying at a low vibration. I'm here to help you to increase your happiness into, or your energy into light energy. Okay, so I do that in different type of ways, through one-on-one coaching, and then also through some affirmations that I have, a set of affirmations, and then on here. So I'm here trying to help as many people as I can to increase their light. Yeah, so let's get started. First, let me know if you have any questions about being able to forgive someone. That's what we're talking about today. So part one was this morning. Whenever you hop off of here, make sure that you check that out. And we are doing part two right now. Is it pink? Is what pink? Is my lips pink? I'm like, that's the closest thing that I have to pink. It's red though. Hello, Column. Hello, Hee Tabby, yes. Hello. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe. Today we're talking about forgiveness, okay? Also, like the video, all the things. Say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm always curious to see where everybody is watching from. So this morning, Colin, what's up, bro? All right. So this morning we talked about, I kind of showed a story, or told a story about somebody that I recently started working with to help her increase her light. She was talking about, I'm not going to go into it in detail because you can watch the video, the live that I did this morning on my channel. But just to kind of give you like an overall thing of what we were talking about, she was going through something and she's been getting triggered by different things in her life. And so I wanted to talk about forgiveness because that is an issue that she's having. And I know and understand that forgiveness is something that a lot of people struggle with. One being something that I used to struggle with. I find myself in a situation even now to where I am so glad that I don't have the issue of forgiveness. I recently forgave somebody that did some pretty horrible things to me, and it has been very freeing. So let's talk about it. So let me know if you have any questions about forgiveness. I have some notes here that I want to talk about. So what I ended the video with last week, it was this morning, was two questions. And if you feel called to participate, answer these questions, by all means do so. I'm here to help if you would like the help right now. The first question, somebody was talking about, well, sometimes it's so hard to forgive, or maybe, okay, yeah, I forgive, but I don't forget, those type of things. And then that's a whole nother situation of, okay, you may be forgiving that person, but you're not forgetting. Why are you choosing not to forget? Because you can forget if you would like to, right? Like, that's a whole nother type of energy that you're holding on to. For what? Like, are you feeling like it's going to keep you safe to not forget? Because as you know, we are all eternal beings, and also people change. People can choose to change instantly. So regardless of somebody doing something horribly wrong, and trust me, I get it. The person that I'm working with to help her, transform her energy, it's the person did some pretty bad things, and she's being triggered by something that was even more horrific of a thing. And so it's like bringing up a whole bunch of things. Hello, I'm from Kazakhstan. Oh, cool. Hopefully I said that right. If I don't say anything right, it's just forgive me. Like, look, that's the first thing. Look, take these. I would definitely even take that. Like, if I say your name wrong, if I say where you're from wrong, like, just forgive me. But even like, because a lot of things that we do are like stretching muscles. Maybe if you're having a hard time forgiving someone for something that they did, regardless of how extreme of a thing that it was, maybe you can start by something that you feel like is small, like forgiving me for pronouncing your name incorrectly, or whatever that may be. Maybe you want to start off small. Okay, so again, today we are talking about forgiveness. Okay, so I am a light worker. I help people to increase their increase their happiness. Like, if you're having any issues with happiness in your life, I do have a video on my channel about ways that can help you to bring more happiness into your life, things that you can do by yourself to increase happiness. I'll say this and then I'll get into the notes that I have. I feel like this is very important. Hi, JC. And so growing up and being in a relationship, I felt like other people should bring me happiness. Okay, so hi, I'm from Russia. Hello, oops, with an S and a heart at the end. I love it. So, and this was something that it was more of being in a relationship. It wasn't necessarily the people that I was with that I felt like they should bring me happiness, but it was after I got into a relationship, a very serious relationship, and I felt like somebody should bring me or they should be able to make me happy. And at the end of the day, I learned after years and years and years of being with them that I should not have been waiting for them to bring me happiness. That was something that I needed to do for myself. Okay, so definitely make sure you check out that video. It's going to help you to kind of give you some tips on increasing your own happiness. Let me know if that's something that you've been struggling with, or if you've ever struggled with that. Also, feel free to, this is a very safe space to be able to share that. And so today we are talking about forgiveness. Okay, so I ended this morning's video, which definitely check that out too, part 1 of the forgiveness series. I ended the video with these 2 questions. The first question is, what are you gaining from not forgiving either that person, that group, yourself? What are you gaining from not forgiving? Okay, that's something that I want you to answer if you're able to. Whatever you're going through, you could either kind of give me a little summary of what's going on for you if you're looking for some quick help, or just you just want to answer like this is what I feel like I'm gaining from not forgiving. This, the answer to this question, one, there's not a right or wrong. It can be positive or negative. What the person that I'm working with, they gave me something negative, and I was like, I just knew they were going to think of something positive, because that also happens, where you feel like, well, if I forgive them, you know, or me, if I don't forgive them, then I can still do this, or I'm able to share this story with other people, and not like it's a part of your story. For a lot of people, they're like, well, this is a part of me, so they don't want to lose a part of themselves. Let me know if that makes sense. Okay. And then the second question that I asked was, how are you benefiting? Just in case, what are you gaining if all of those things just turn out to be negative? Let's try to even maybe be positive with it, right? How are you benefiting from not forgiving someone? So the reason why I want you to think about those things is because you get to kind of figure out like a root reason why you're deciding to not forgive someone or yourself, or for whatever that you have done or whatever they've done, whether it be one time or multiple times. Okay. So what I want to go over, and again, let me know if you have any questions about being able to forgive someone. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, thumbs up, share the video, do all the things. Let me see. Makes sense. I like the questions and will reflect. Yes, that's a good look. I'm here for you. Okay. I found out that as me being a light worker, sometimes I can ask certain questions that you may or may not really be thinking of, like that. I'm also very, as a light worker, I'm very intuitive, but I'm also very like, well, this is what I want you to work on, and then we can talk about it later and see how you feel, right? But yes, definitely reflect and just kind of let me know what's coming up for you. So something that you may be gaining. So I'm going to try to think. I told a story about my grandmother. She said something to a cousin of mine, and I overheard her. And for years and years and years, or decades, for many decades, I didn't forgive her. And it was just something that, that was always on me. Something that I gained from that was I became a hairstylist, and I felt like I had something to prove, right? So me not forgiving her was something for me, to where it was like, you know what? Oh, she said I don't know how to do hair, or like, I can't remember like exactly how she said it, but I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna be the best hairstylist ever, you know? And so from that point on, I was doing like definitely everybody's hair, like at that time. And look, let me tell you the story, what happened, just short and sweet. And this is just going off from what I remember. So I've done a lot of therapy. I've done a lot of inner work. And so I may tell the story in a lot more positive light than how it actually happened. So, which is a good thing for me. But I remember, and I can, you know, when you remember things, you can kind of even see, like, in my mind, I'm being brought back to that time. But I remember where I was. I remember I was downstairs, and there's like, in my grandmother's house, there's like this weird corner with stairs and then some more stairs. And anyways, so I was at the bottom and she was up at the top in the main house with my cousin walking up, and she's like, who did that to your hair? And I can't remember exactly what I did to her hair. I don't know, probably braids or something like that, right? And she said, well, don't let her do your hair. She doesn't know what she's doing. And I'm like, okay, all right. So what I gained from that is my grandmother is saying that I don't know how to do hair. Y'all, mind y'all, I am probably a hot 8, 9, 10 years old. Okay, I started doing other people's hair for money at a very young age. Okay, mind you that. I wasn't trying to do anything extravagant. I probably just did some cornrows on her or I don't know. I can't remember the specific. But what I gained was, you know what? She said I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be the best hairstylist ever. And mind you, I became one of the best hairstylists. Like, I was a very great natural hairstylist. It helped me to transform my journey. It helped me to, and this is actually going into the more of the benefits of being able to use that story to say, you know what? I ended up doing like this self-care challenge for natural hair people, and something that I used was a lot of the stories with my grandmother and how that affected me, even going over like having natural hair of what our grandmothers thought about our natural hair, or how they felt and how it made us feel. Like, I was able to create this whole movement for my clients, and even a lot of people online, when I was doing online challenges and doing creating online courses around natural hair. And it was, I don't want to give her that much credit, mind you, but also that was how I benefited. Like, I took that and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do me, and I'm going to be great at it. And I was able to benefit from that. Now, going back to forgiveness, I did not forgive my grandmother while I was going through all of these things. And actually, I did not forgive her until maybe a couple years before she passed away. So, going back to forgiveness, right? If I was able to forgive her at an earlier time frame, I'm like, what is beep? Why is it beeping? Why is it beeping? I gotta reach out to these people. I got this little snapshot, progressive little snapshot thing, and it's like, it's been beeping like crazy. I'm like, I'm not even driving. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I gotta reach out to these people, because I can't just have this thing beeping all the time. Anyways, because I'm like, can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear the beep? I don't know. Let me know. It's just random. It's just random beeping. Anyways, did you hear it? Let me know, somebody in the comments. I don't know. But anyways, I done lost my train of thought. So, I'm gonna start wherever I feel like is the best place for me to start. So, going back to forgiveness. Let me go to my notes. Yes, I had the snapshot thing and I hated it. I'm like, did like at first, like, I'm gonna go back to the forgiveness, but at first it would only beep like if I pushed on the brakes hard, and or I accelerated too fast or something. And I was like, okay, it's let me know. But then it started out of nowhere one day. It just started beeping just randomly, and now at first I was like, I don't think I brake that hard. And then it just beeped random, and now it's just like, I'm just not even driving. I'm like, am I idle wrong? Like, I don't know. I don't even understand. I'm gonna have to see if I hit the 30 days. Because after 30 days, I'm like, look, I'm unplugging this thing. Y'all said only 30 days. And that's it. Okay. But anyways, if I was able to forgive my grandmother earlier on, not a couple years before she passed, I probably could have had an actual relationship with her. You know? Yes, I put my insurance up. I forgive myself for driving bad now. Hold on, you put my insurance up. Like you was like, I don't even want this insurance. Is that what you did? You was like, nah, forget about this insurance. I'm just driving dirty. Is that what you did? Hold on now. Which that's a whole nother thing of doing, like following the rules of the land. y'all with this insurance and all that. Like, you gotta have insurance. Oh, okay. You gotta have health insurance too? Oh, okay. You gonna force me to do some things? It's part of the earth rules and whatnots. Oh my gosh, I swear. But anyway, look, I want to stay on track because I'll just keep, look, sometimes I'll be having squirrel brain sometimes. But I have had to forgive her while I was going through some inner work myself. This is also at the beginning of the stage where I felt like things weren't right in my life, things weren't right in a relationship that I was in, and I wanted to do a lot more forgiving. And I decided that I was just going to let it go. I said, you know what? I forgive her. And I did even more inner work of thinking like, you know, if I forgive her, now what? You know, now going back, when I forgave her, I didn't let her know that I forgave her. And also to mention that she may not have known that I was feeling some type of way. Like, first of all, my grandmother, well, yeah, I'll do that. My grandmother has quite a few kids, you know. I don't know how many because I never counted, but I know my dad, he has like several brothers, 2 sisters for sure. It's at least like 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 of them, right? My dad had 8 kids also, and they had multiple kids. And so from all of the grandkids, like, I was not the first grandchild, I was not the 5th grandchild, like I was just like way down the road at the bottom, like I'm like, or maybe in the middle or something. So it's not like I don't feel like she noticed me, and that's a whole nother thing that I had to work with. So I didn't feel like I had the need to say, hey grandma, I forgive you, you know. Like, I didn't really feel like that was a thing. I forgot I had to drive good for it. But yeah, it's good you were able to forgive your grandmother before she passed. Yes, thank you. Yeah, no, look, it's funny because I usually, every now and then, I've done like DoorDash, and I stopped doing it while I was like, you know what, let me just hold off on it real quick, because you be doing like, hold on, let me, real fast. And I said, you know what, let me get this rate real quick before I continue to do all of that. So I kind of I've been holding off on it because I did forget at one point, and I was like, oh, that beep was a good reminder. But now it's just beeping like crazy. I don't even understand it. Yeah, goodness. But when you choose to not forgive someone, what I want you to realize is you're doing more harm to yourself than them. And actually, you're not doing any harm to them. A lot of people don't even know that you are feeling some type of way, or you like they don't even know that it's a thing. And I'll also say this, for somebody who I recently forgave, I feel like me mentioning to them that I did not forgive them for so long, that may have done more harm even to them, which, I can't, how I feel, I can't really, like, that's their inner work to do, like, that's their inner work to do, because how we feel, we can share how we feel with others, and they ultimately choose how they are going to react from that. Okay, I can't even make anybody happy, I can't make anybody sad. It's how they are feeling and what they are going through, of how they will actually turn out to feel. That's why, as a light worker, I'm really getting a lot more, I'm putting myself out there more to be of service to other people, so I could, if you're going through any darkness with yourself, I can kind of help you to filter out some of that energy into light energy, right? So when you are not forgiving someone, the reason why I want you to kind of think a little bit differently about forgiving, and then let me know if you have any questions about forgiving anyone, or about forgiveness, and I will do my best to support you. So true, yeah. So you holding on to that energy of not forgiving someone is causing a lot of harm to yourself, not only mentally, but physically. Okay? Physically, emotionally, spiritually, like it's the whole thing. Everything gets affected. And by all means, when I say everything gets affected, literally, you think about it in ways of maybe you feeling not forgiving someone, holding on to that energy, and that energy traveling all in your body. So maybe you have a migraine, or maybe your throat is hurting, or maybe your back is hurting, or maybe your muscles are tense. Like that energy will travel through your body, and you'll be like, what is going on? Why am I feeling this way? And in all, honesty, it could be because you are not forgiving someone. Now, it could be some other things too. It could be a accumulation of things also. But in your mind, you're always thinking like, I'm not gonna forgive them, or something's gonna pop up, like the person that I've been working with. Something's gonna pop up, and that it's gonna trigger you, and then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember when da 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 did that, and it's like, why are you doing that to yourself, right? Like, think about it from a standpoint of helping yourself by forgiving that person, by forgiving yourself. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be instantaneously you being able to forgive them. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to kind of help you work through the forgiveness, if that's such something that is really weighing on you. And if it's weighing on you, because if I say, who is somebody who you have not forgiven, you don't have to put this in the chat, or whatever you want to do. If you can think of somebody or multiple people, or even say yourself, that's something that you can decide to work on. Okay, and let me know if you have any questions about forgiveness. I'm here to help. Okay, I personally have a good relationship with forgiveness. Yes, I come a long way from not understanding just how beneficial it is to forgive in general. Yes, I know people close to me who have a harder time. Yes, oh my gosh, I can completely relate. For the longest time, I was somebody who held grudges. And to be completely honest with you, it manifested in my body as a lot of hurt. I had a lot of muscle spasms. And so, mind you, that I've been a hairstylist for over 20 years. I started off as a braider, so I would braid hair and do a lot of the natural hair stuff. And so, yes, it put a lot of stress on my body. But once I started to forgive people, I had less pain in my body. I had less pain in my arms and my hands, and my wrists. I had less pain in my back, in my feet, in my legs. I have less migraines. Like my body completely started to transform. I'm not at 100% right now of forgiveness, but like Adam was saying, like my relationship with forgiveness it's gotten a whole lot better. Now to the point of, one, with me having this awakening, this spiritual awakening, I better understand us as humans. And also I realize that life is just way too short. I feel like there are things that people can be working on, and that not forgiving someone is causing you to not actually do that. Like maybe that's stopping you from doing something that you've been wanting to pursue because you're not able to forgive someone, you know? For me, before I forgave this recent person, I may not have been more active on my YouTube channel because I felt like I didn't want this person to see my YouTube videos or to see how I've transformed or to even be in my business or anything. And, you know, I was just like, you know what? It's okay. And I forgive them. I let them know, like I've gone to the next point of forgiveness by letting them know that I have forgiven them. And they told me some other things about how they forgave me, and I'm like, it's, you know, like you don't even have to respond. It's just like, I'm like, you know what, at this point I'm doing it more for me than for you, you know, like I'm completely okay with saying that. Like I forgave this person for me because I realized that it wasn't doing me so good. It wasn't a good thing for me to keep holding on to that. And just always, I can't believe they did this. Oh, I can't believe they did that. You know, the whole forgetting things. I've gone through things in my childhood that I kind of pushed on the back burner. Right now I'm at a point where I know that it happened, but it doesn't trigger me in a way to where I'm like, oh my gosh. Or if somebody else says they went through it, I'm like, oh my gosh, let me add my 2 cents in about it. I'm just like, I understand. You know, I'm sorry that you've been through that. I understand. And now as a light worker, I'm like, how can I help? You know, like, what's something that you would like to work on? What are we working on today? You know, and this is how I can help, you know. Also, when you are not forgiving someone, happiness seems so far away, you know. And my channel, if you've been following me recently, you know that my channel is all about happiness, increasing your own happiness, because others cannot and will not bring you happiness that is sustainable. So I'm teaching you how you can bring yourself happiness and how you can sustain your own happiness for yourself, because that is so important for you. Also, if you want to support my channel, I would love if you subscribe, if you like the content, or if you give me a thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you need help to increase the happiness for yourself, I do have a video in the description of this video about being able some tips to increase your happiness. So don't forget to check that out. And so right now we're talking about part 2 of a forgiveness series that I'm doing. Part 1 we did this morning, so don't forget to check that out also. Okay. And so finishing up, okay, when happiness seems so far away, what you want to do is start to shift your energy. However you are feeling, and usually what I do when I'm working with people is I figure out where they are now. Some people may be like super duper depressed. Some people may just be sad. Some people may just be angry. Some people may be anxious. Some people may be jealous, like they're, you know, it just depends on where they are. Wherever you are now, the goal is to move up to the next level. Like, go step by step. What you don't want to try to do is just try to fake your happiness. I've learned that for myself, that faking happiness doesn't really do all that good that we would want it to do. And so what you want to do is just go step by step, okay? Very insightful content. Keep it up, and I will try my best to stay tuned. Still listening? Yes, thank you. So if you are feeling depressed, we want to change your mood to feel just sad. You know, what if you are just kind of, you know, down and out and not just down in the slumps, right? What if you're just sad? Or if you're sad, how can we make you angry? Like, how can we move you up? You know, it's just like, just changing your vibration, changing the frequency of your mood, increasing that step by step. What you get out of it by going step by step is what we're going to talk about in the next part of the video. Okay, so what I want you to do, if you are experiencing any problems with forgiveness, is first, I want you to go back to those two questions. I want you to go back to what are some ways that, or what are you gaining from not forgiving the person or yourself or the group of people or whatever that is. And I also want you to think about how are you benefiting from not forgiving them. Okay, this is a really important step because you have to kind of do some mind work to figure out, like, why am I actually still holding on to this? Like, why? Because it's a choice, right? Like, everything is a choice. Once I learned that happiness was a choice, y'all, it changed my life incrementally. First it was, yes, okay, I know, happiness is a choice. Okay, happiness is a choice. And this is coming from someone who used to go through depression. I no longer go through depression anymore because I can kind of work through in my mind of what's going on, right? And so someone who has gone through depression and has been through or struggled with depression for about 2 decades, first hearing, okay, happiness is a choice. Like, I know, like, okay, happiness is a choice. Like, then that means I could choose happiness. That means I should be able to think of something and be able to say, you know what, I don't want to be sad. I'm going to be happy. But the whole faking the happiness, you don't want to do that. You don't want to go from feeling down here to up here, because in your mind, you're going to be down here. You're going to spiral all the way back down, and you're still going to stay here each and every time. I don't want to put that on you, but more than likely it happens. It's just hard to just kind of fake being happy. So, answer those two questions, and in the next part of the video, we're going to talk about what you can do, or why it is so beneficial just to go step by step, and how that helps you, right, to be able to forgive, be able to release and forgive more. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thumbs up if you find anything beneficial. Thumbs up if you just want to support my channel. I appreciate your support. I will also say, I completely forgot, but I did just create a Patreon where I can go a little bit deeper into the mindset of changing how you feel. I go a lot deeper on there than I can on here, just because it's a lot to process. Like, this is like a first level of being able to be aware, like, hey, I may need some help with forgiveness. Like, hey, once you figure out that you want to be able to forgive, or you want to be able to increase the happiness that you have, you can check out that video of increasing your happiness that I have. And then if you need to go a little bit deeper, you can either choose to work one-on-one with me, or you can head over to my Patreon, which I guess I need to put the video or the link to my Patreon in the description. I just created it like a week or two ago, but I do have some content on there already. So I will, after I get off here, I'll put the link in the description before I post the video. I'm just here to help you to transform any dark energy, any low vibrating energy into a higher frequency for you, to benefit you a lot more. and to bring more happiness into your life. Okay. I think from not forgiving others, you subconsciously gain more things to not forgive yourself for. Ooh. I can feel that. I feel that. I feel that. I think it benefits the ego to feel safe in a way. Yes. That's not helping the soul. Yes. 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 I'm going to read that again because, yes. I think from not forgiving others, you subconsciously gain more things to not forgive for yourself. Yes. Because when you're thinking of, oh, I don't forgive them, because everything that we do is a reflection, right? If you're not forgiving them, there's obviously other things that's going to be brought up. It's going to continue to be brought up into your own experience of even if they're not things that have already happened. Maybe it'll be things in the future of things that you're reflecting of you not forgiving yourself for. That's good. That's deep. Yes. And I think it benefits the ego to feel safe in a way that's not helping the soul. Yes. Benefiting the ego, because the ego is feeling safe, like, you know what, I don't have to forgive, or whatever that may be like for others. And it's definitely not helping the soul. Yeah. That's why I love the work that I do as a light worker, because we may not be realizing what we are doing to our soul from being in our ego, being stuck in a place that is not benefiting anybody. You should put your Patreon in your bio. I'll be back. Yes, I will do that. Look, I'm new to the whole thing. Like, I'm still pretty new on YouTube, so this is not gonna be the last video from me. I'm gonna be doing a lot more lives, a lot more videos. Let me know if you have any questions about forgiveness, about increasing your happiness, or if there is something that you would like me to do a video on. I'm definitely open to suggestions. You can put it in the comments down below. And I'll be back for sure. And thank you. Yes, you'll be back. I will see you next time, Adam. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.